G'day guys and girls, here is a Creo tutorial. Today we are going to create a proper thread on a bottle cap. As you can see here, this is the sample model. The thread sweeps off and relieves off at the end there to make a proper bottle cap. Let's get started. We'll make a new file. Just leave it a default name and I'll pick millimeters. Okay, first we need to turn on the planes and draw the shapes. So right click to quickly draw a shape, create a circle. I'll make that about 30 diameter. Right click to accept and I'll make that 12 height. Accept. To add rounds on the edge, just select the edges, click once, click twice, and select both. Round, make it 1.5. Next, add a shell on the base and make a shell about 1.5. Middle click to accept that. Okay, that's good, that's fine. Next, we are going to create a trajectory path for the thread. We are not going to use helical sweep. That doesn't seem to work with the datum graph. So we're going to use a sweep, and we're going to define a curve from equation. And to create a spiral curve, it's not that hard. Just switch to cylindrical here, go to equation, and here you just need to define the radius. Our one was 27 diameter, we'll divide that by 2. Sometimes there's click here to give you some help information, but to create that you just need to fill out you just gotta get your head around how to draw a curve as a cylindrical curve. So we just gotta have a parameter t and gotta times it by how many times it revolves around. I want to make it a bit more than 2, so about 360 times 2 and a bit more. I'll make that 800. And the last thing we need is a z, and we're gonna define t times the overall height of the curve. So I'll make that about 7, and also I'll plus 2 more so it moves off the base of the bottom. And now we're gonna select the reference coordinate system so the curve can have somewhere to follow. So there you go, we have I don't know if you can see it, but the curve is there. It's 2 mil from the ground, it's about 7 mil from the bottom to the top, and it moves around about 800 degrees. That looks fine, we'll accept that. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and create the thread. So we're going to use sweep instead of helical sweep. Click on the thread, and we're going to turn this on. It's a variable section, so the section will change. We're going to make a change at the end, so we're going to switch that on and go ahead, start to draw the cross section. Okay, here you need to draw the profile for the thread. I'll just draw half so we can mirror that across, and I'll make this 0.5 and this will be 0.2, and make the width of that to be about 1, actually 0.5 here, 0.2 here. And we'll select these, go back to select cursor, select both, and mirror. And that looks fine, we'll accept that. And now we'll create a sweep across. Alright, now to make it the proper shape, we're gonna make it relief off on the end here. To do that, we gotta create a datum graph, and just give it a name. Okay, here you just gotta specify a coordinate system so that the system understands where to begin, where the graphs to begin. We could also set the center lines as well. So we set one vertical, one horizontal, and one more on the vertical. And we want to make sure that is 200 across. So we'll make that 200. Alright, so the tricky bit here, we're gonna draw a line. So the cross section will sweep along without any changes until later on in the end there. So we'll make that, we're gonna make that 1 from the line here. And so the graph basically defines how the profile will move up and down based on where we want it to specify. I'll talk about that a bit more, but just go to arc and draw the arc. Make sure it's tangent with the line, and we'll do that again on over here. And to make it even on both sides, we'll click equal, make both sides even. I made about 200 long because the thread I measured before, it's about 200. And here I'll make that 25. And that's it, that's our graph there. So we'll accept that. Now to use the graph, we're gonna bring it back before the sweep. And we go in the sweep here and go to the cross section. Switch that to the flat view. All right. Here we're gonna use an equation. All right, we want this curve to follow the graph. I want it to move in near the end where the graph's defined. And to do that, we're gonna put a dimension from the bottom edge with the center line. And I'll make that 1, but there's some constraints already. We'll delete one that says it to be 0 at a time, so we can specify an amount here. So I'll make that 1 so it can move in and out. Let's try 1.2. Oh no, not that one. So I'll make that 1.2. Doesn't really matter, but all right, here's the trick. We go to tools, relationship. All right, in here we can specify the dimension based on relation to the graph. So see this dimension, it's labeled as SD7. I'll make that equal, we're going to use an equation called eval graph to use a graph that we did. And in here you just need to define the name for the graph. So it was thread, and here I will put Trajpar times the length of the graph. So Trajpar is just a parameter that you need to put in this equation for it to recognize to follow the trajectory. Alright, I made an error on the word here. It's TRAJ, trajectory par, and accept. Now it goes straight to 0. Okay, so we'll go back to sketch, accept that. And that's how a look at how it looks like. Right, so it's working, but there's something we specify the equation wrong. We want it to sit flat with the surface. That's easily fixed. Just go edit definition and just tweak the formula. Go to cross section, tools, relationship. All right, so to make it sit with the bottom, I'll try make it +1. +1 just makes it at all the value +1. It wasn't okay. See, let me see if there's a gap there. All right, there you go. So I made it +1. So the total value is equal to the radius. So there you go. You create, that's the a graph that's driven, a sweep that's driven by a graph. And if you want to modify this to make that smaller, we can go back to the graph and make that smaller. So we'll make this about 15 so it doesn't become too fast. So now it's a bit less. And sometimes there's just a problem with the sweep. To fix that, you just gotta go back to the sweep and we're gonna switch on, let me see, normal to projection. Yeah, so just switch on normal to projection and try pick different plane. Just you just gotta think about how the shape travels along with the condition. So normal to projection works well, and that's all good. There you go. And you can add rounds to finish that off. That's how you create a graph driven sweep to create a proper bottle cap thread. And I'll quickly I'll show you the trick to make the colors nice. So add colors and make sure you edit the colors. Turn up the ambient to make it look not dull. So there you go. Hope you liked that tutorial. That's took me some time to figure that out, but hope you liked that. Have a great day, everybody. See you later.